Now, when I mention the men's tennis team's uniforms, what do you think of? Can you even picture them? Well, needless to say, they're not really oozing with swagger. Well, IU junior Zac Brodney decided he needed a little bit of that swagger in his tennis game, so he decided a wardrobe change might help get him going. I got the chance to talk to Brodney about his pre-match fashion choices. If you arrive early to an IU tennis match, you'll probably see Zac Brodney warming up. Not in his uniform, like everyone else, but in a basketball jersey.
I like to wear a Kobe jersey before every match because he's one of my biggest idols that I've looked up to, watching him since I was like 5, 6 years old. Just his mentality, the Mamba mentality. I try to adopt that, put it on the court every day, every practice, every match. So I like to surround myself with this greatness, and hopefully some of it can rub off on me.
What started as a gimmick back in January has turned into a season-long trend, even featuring other jerseys from his collection.
I got a decent amount. I've worn, selfishly, I've worn my high school jersey because, I played a little ball in high school, for those of you who didn't know that. Yeah, so I had to bring that out a couple of times, but this is definitely my favorite one.
While the Southern California native does change back into his uniform for match play, he builds off the confidence his jerseys bring him in warm-ups.
I wouldn't play a match in it, just because I don't know, it's just not the right feel. But in practice, it just adds a little bit of swagger, add a little jump to my step that I just get from wearing it. It's what gives you that little 1% edge over the competition, and I feel like just standing out and doing things like this just gives me that mental edge that I have, that I'm willing to put it all out there and do whatever it takes.
Brodney will start off his senior season next spring and says that fans will just have to wait and see if he breaks out the jerseys once again. For IUS TV Sports, I'm Drew Fry.
So Drew, tell me, what's next for IU men's tennis?
Well, the men's tennis team is currently in the middle of postseason play. It will be up to the NCAA committee to determine whether they can get a bid into the actual NCAA championships. They haven't had one for a little while in these past several years under Coach Wurtzman, but they do have a real shot this year. They are ranked in the top 50, so the fate is kind of in their hands.